Hey guys, today I'll be explaining the Analects of Confucius 2.18, and without further ado, let's get started. 2.18. Zizhang asked about obtaining official position. Confucius said, if you first learn as much as you can, then guard against that which is dubious, and speak carefully about the rest, you will seldom speak in error. If you first observe as much as you can, then guard against that which is perilous, and carefully put the rest into action, you will seldom have cause for regret. If in your speech you seldom err, and in your behavior you seldom have cause for regret, an official position will follow naturally. So, to provide some context, Zizhang is one of Confucius's youngest disciples, and he is known for being a bit quick-tempered, and he is also known for speaking before he thinks. And so he's being very straightforward here, and he's asking about how to obtain an official position, or a position that will get you money. So Zizhang is asking Confucius how to get to a certain external goal, but as we will see later, Confucius shifts the goal from doing something for an external goal or reward to refining your inner character, and the reward will come naturally. And like we've seen before, Confucius responds differently according to who the person who is asking the question is and his personality. So yeah, let's get started. So Confucius first says, if you first learn as much as you can, or if you first hear as much as you can. Right now, this is the learning stage. So when you are learning something, then you shouldn't be denying or refuting everything that someone is trying to teach you, because then that signals that you don't really want to learn at all. So learning can only be achieved through an open mind. So you should listen more than you speak. And then guard against that which is dubious. So this is kind of the filtering stage. So anything that you're unsure about or doubtful about, you should remove that from your things that you can say to other people for now, until you are 100% certain that your answer is correct. And then speak carefully about the rest. So anything that passes the filtering stage, which is anything that you are 100% certain about, you should still say it with caution, because that shows your acknowledgement of the limits of your knowledge, and it also shows humility and the willingness to learn and admit your mistakes. And to end off the sentence, you will seldom speak in error. So if you do these three things correctly, which are, again, number 1, learn with an open mind, and number 2, filter everything that you're not 100% sure about out of your day-to-day conversations, just in case you accidentally spread misinformation. And number 3, still approaching the topics that you're certain about with caution and a certain sense of humility, you will minimize your margin of error significantly, which will then make you have a reputation for being honest and trustworthy and reliable and credible. And yeah, All of these things come just from speaking responsibly. And then on to the second sentence. If you first observe as much as you can. So you probably see a pattern that is very similar to the first sentence. If you first observe as much as you can, or if you first see as much as you can. So this time it's about observing as much as you can about someone's actions or behavior and what is the right way of conduct. So a good way to do this is to learn from the successes and failures of others and to maybe observe social patterns or observe great historical figures or anything of the sort. And then guard against that which is perilous and carefully put the rest into action. So again, here is the filtering stage. So here you should identify and avoid courses of action that will only be harmful to you. Like something that is reckless or ill-conceived or morally unrighteous. So this is just the practical application of foresight. And then it says, carefully put the rest into action. So what this means is, even for the actions that are definitely safe, you should still carefully plan out things and make sure that you won't get into any bad consequences or bad outcomes. So this is the literal opposite of impulsiveness. And by doing this, you will seldom have cause for regret. So by observing others, including their good and bad, and learning from their mistakes and successes, and you yourself avoiding courses of action that you know will likely fail or likely be harmful to you, and carefully putting safe courses of action into action, then you won't have any cause for regret, which is the minimization of failure and negative consequences, and a maximization for inner peace and happiness. And to conclude, Confucius says, if in your speech you seldom err, and in your behavior you seldom have cause for regret, an official position will follow naturally. So the important part is an official position will follow naturally. So you shouldn't only put something into action or do something for the goal, but instead you should focus on improving yourself, and the goal will naturally come to you, even if it does sound a bit strange, I suppose. So the main point or the main idea here is that the position that Zizhang is seeking is not the object of a direct pursuit, but is instead the natural consequence of a morally cultivated character. So when a person's speech is trustworthy and their actions are effective and without fail, or almost without fail because no one is perfect, that shows people that they are worth the position and the respect. So it will be naturally bestowed upon the person who has these qualities, which is the Zhangzi, or the gentleman, or Confucius's idea of an ideal person. And that will be all today. I know it was a long one, but you made it, and thank you so much. Have a great day, and yeah, see you later. Bye.